Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today, and today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 5th and 6th of September 2021. Starting with very first question, which institution releases the quarterly house price index? So the RBI releases a quarterly house price index which is based on transaction level data received from housing registration authorities in 10 major cities. And these 10 cities are Ahmedabad, Bengaluru, Chennai, Delhi, then Jaipur, Kanpur, Kochi, Kolkata, Lucknow and Mumbai. Okay. So according to the RBI data, the growth in All India House Price Index slowed to 2% in the first quarter this fiscal against the 2.8% in the last year. And the HPI growth ranged from an expansion of 8.8%, which was from Ahmedabad, to contraction of minus 5.1%. This data is from Chennai. Okay. Now apart from it, according to RBI Governor Mr. Shaktikant Das, RBI is set to launch the trial program of its digital currency by December 2021. And what is CBDC? It is Central Bank Digital Currency, and it is a type of virtual currency which is issued by the central bank, and this currency is the digital version of the currency notes. So now the trial process would be there in India by the end of this year. Also recently RBI has appointed a committee which would be headed by N.S. Vishwanathan. Why? To make suggestions on a structure for the urban cooperative banks. Also few days back RBI has introduced the Financial Inclusion Index, and this index was part of the announcement which was made in first bi-monthly monetary policy of April 2021. Now you have to tell me how many banks have been impaneled by RBI recently as its agency bank. You have to tell me at least 3 names. Please write in the comment section. Question number 2. Supertech Twin Tower case, which was seen in the news recently, is associated with which state? So actually what happened is the Supreme Court ordered the demolition of the twin towers that had come up in violation of building bylaws in Supertech's court housing project in Noida. And the court also ordered that the towers be raised within 3 months for violation of building norms in agreement with district officials. So that's why Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has called for an inquiry and strict action against guilty officers in Noida in the illegal twin tower case. Also, the Chief Minister has directed officers to register a criminal case against the guilty persons. Now, UP was also in news because recently President Ramnath Kovind has unveiled the statue of Sampurn Anand at the UP Sainik School in Lucknow. And Sampurn Anand is the former Chief Minister of UP. Also, Uttar Pradesh is in news these days because here many children have been diagnosed with a new mystery fever identified as scrub typhus. And several children are sick in the region, and the infection spreads to people through bites of infected chiggers. Also, UP government has adopted the sport wrestling and is expected to invest nearly 170 crore rupees in infrastructure and to support to the wrestlers till 2032 Olympics. Also few days back, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has launched the second edition of government's free LPG connection scheme named as Ujjwala. And already we have talked a lot about a portal of UP named as My Government Meri Sarkar. So through this portal, people of the state can give their feedbacks regarding the administration there. Question number 3. Mariyappan Thangavelu and Sharad Kumar, who won medals in the Tokyo Paralympics, are associated with which sports? So recently, Mariyappan Thangavelu has won the silver medal, while Sharad Kumar has won the bronze medal in the high jump event at the Tokyo Paralympics. Also earlier, Mariyappan Thangavelu had won a gold medal at Rio Olympics 2016. So this is the very first time that the country has touched double digits at the Paralympic Games, because this time the tally of India in the event was 10. Also do remember that India had won a total of 12 medals from 1968 edition until 2016. Now apart from these two sportspersons, Avani Lekhara has recently won country's first ever gold medal in shooting at the Tokyo Paralympics in the women's 10-meter air rifle. Then Yogesh Kathunia is important because he clinched the silver medal and he is a discus thrower. Then there is Devendra Jhajuria. He has won silver in javelin throw event, and in the same event Sundar Singh won the bronze medal. Also Sumit Until won gold in men's javelin at Tokyo Paralympics with a new world record of 68.55 meters. And apart from all these things, Max Verstappen has recently won the Belgian Grand Prix. Now you have to tell me who was second and third in this event. Please write in the comment section. Also Mariyappan Thangavelu is important because he was the flag bearer for the Tokyo Paralympics this time. Okay. Question number 4. Which country has passed the world's first law to force tech companies to offer alternative payment systems? So recently South Korean lawmakers have passed the world's first law to force the tech giants such as Google and Apple to offer alternative payment systems on their app stores. So the country is set to amend its Telecommunications Business Act, which is the nation's primary telecommunications law. So now the legislation would allow developers to bypass the tech giants' proprietary payment systems and could help shape how the firms collect fees and exert power over developers and the users. Now do remember that legendary South African fast bowler Stan has announced his retirement from the cricket, and he had retired from the test cricket last year as South Africa's highest wicket taker with total of 439 wickets. So do remember that he belonged to South Africa. Question number 5. What is the GST revenue collected in the month of August as per the recent data from Finance Ministry? So as per the recent data, GST revenue touched 1,12,000 crore rupees, and the revenue remained above 1 trillion mark for the second straight month in August. So this is 30% higher than the collection of the last period, but lower than 1.16 trillion that was collected in July 2021. Actually, during August, the revenues from domestic transactions were 27% higher than the revenues from these sources during the same month last year. So that's why this data is higher now. Also do remember that India's market capitalization to GDP ratio has touched a 13-year high of 122%. This means that the listed companies in India are worth 122% of India's latest annualized gross domestic product. So this is the highest since December 2008, when it reached an all-time high of around 150%. So India's current MCAP to GDP ratio is nearly 55% higher than the 15-year median ratio of 79%. So you do not need to go into much depth, only data is relevant here. Also do remember that the GDP of India has registered a growth of 20.1% in Q1 of financial year 2021 to 2022. So India has registered a gross value addition growth of 18.8%, and this accelerated growth in GDP figure is actually on account of low base effect, since the GDP contracted by 24.4% last year, that is 2020 to 21. So briefly, in comparison to the pre-pandemic GDP, that is if we compare the data from 2019 to 2020, the Q1 2021 to 2022 GDP is 9.2% lower. Fine. Question number 6. Ubreathe Life, the world's first plant-based smart air purifier, has been developed by a startup of which institution? So a startup company of IIT Ropar has claimed that it has developed the world's first plant-based smart air purifier. So it is named as Ubreathe Life because it amplifies the air purification process in indoor spaces. And the technology used in this product is urban Munnar effect. So what happened is the room air interacts with the leaves of the plant and goes to the soil root zone where maximum pollutants are purified. So the process by which plants effectively remove the pollutants from the air is called as phytoremediation. And same technology is used here. Apart from it, IIT Madras with NDMA, that is National Disaster Management Authority, has built an application that can predict natural disasters. And hence the application will alert about the probable natural calamities so as to warn the people. I'm sorry, it's not IIT Madras, it's IIT Roorkee. Apart from it, eSource is an online platform that has been developed by IIT Madras, and this platform aims to tackle e-waste by linking various participants in formal, informal sector. Also, IIT Madras has designed a motor-based wheelchair that can be used on roads as well as on uneven surface for the Divyangjans. Question number 7. Which Indian city has prepared a draft regional plan 2041, that is DRP 2041? So New Delhi is preparing the ambitious DRP 2041 and it aims to involve it into a future ready and economically prosperous area with citizen-centric infrastructure. So the regional plan actually says that the population in NCR, that is National Capital Region, is expected to grow to around 7 crores by the year 2031 and to about 11 crores by 2041. So that's why this draft plan will work on making multi-level parking complexes, then various peripheral parkings, super fast trains, trauma center on highways, etc. So the NCRPB will cover entire Delhi, 8 districts of Uttar Pradesh, 14 districts of Haryana and 2 districts of Rajasthan. Okay. Now apart from it, India's first ever smog tower has been recently inaugurated in Delhi, and IIT Delhi along with IIT Bombay will be carrying out the 2-year-long pilot study to assess the reduction of particulate air pollutant in the urban areas through air cleaning through this smog tower. Also recently, Narendra Singh Tomar has inaugurated the world's second largest refurbished state-of-the-art National Gene Bank in New Delhi. Also an exhibition cum selling platform NCUI Heart was inaugurated at the premises of NCUI in New Delhi, and this was organized for the products which were made by non-famous corporations and self-help groups. Also, Disaster Management Authority of Delhi has implemented GRAP to effectively manage the COVID-19 pandemic. What is GRAP? It is Graded Response Action Plan, and it has actually 4 levels of color-coded alerts like yellow alert, then amber, orange and red. Also, Arvind Kejriwal has initiated a campaign named as Delhi @2047. So the aim of this campaign is to build partnerships with the private sector, CSR initiatives and various other organizations to achieve the vision for Delhi by the year 2047 and make Delhi as a global city in the world. Why? To increase Delhi's per capita income up to the Singapore's level, and also for the reason that they can bid for the 2048 Olympics. Question number 8. Which is the first Indian state to vaccinate its entire adult population first dose? So Himachal Pradesh has become the first state in the country where every people who are above 18 years of age has been administered with at least 1 dose of COVID-19 vaccine. So as of 31st of August, India has also crossed the mark of 50 crore first doses and 15 crore second doses target, with total vaccinations crossing 65 crore. Also, 8 states and union territories in India have given more than 75% dose to the eligible population. And now one more important thing. India has set a record by providing more than 1 crore vaccinations on a single day in the month of August. Now can you tell me which is the first city to achieve 100% COVID-19 vaccination? It is Bhubaneswar. And Ladakh is the first union territory to achieve 100% coverage of first dose COVID-19 vaccination. Now apart from it, state government of Himachal Pradesh is set to organize Swarnim Himachal Rath Yatra to commemorate the golden jubilee year of statehood, and it is set to begin from 2nd October this year. Also, cultivation of India's first monk fruit has recently started in Kullu, Himachal Pradesh, and originally it belongs to China. Question number 9. According to United Nations Environment Programme, which variant of petrol has been eradicated from the globe? So the UNEP has recently declared that the use of leaded petrol has been eradicated from the globe completely. So this is seen as a major milestone in safeguarding human lives and environment, since this is expected to prevent 1.2 million premature deaths globally. Why it was harmful? Because lead is added to low quality petrol to increase its octane number and hence enhance the engine performance. Now apart from it, India has recently hosted the 8th BIMSTEC Agricultural Experts Meeting in a virtual mode, and the meeting was chaired by Dr. Trilochan Mohapatra, who is the Director General of Indian Council of Agricultural Research. Also recently, UNICEF has released a report named as Uncertain Pathways. So as per this report, more girls and boys than ever are migrated, with 35.5 million having lived outside their country of birth in the year 2020 and additional 23.3 million displaced internally. And Afghanistan topped the list of 10 countries of origin with the largest number of unaccompanied children seeking asylum in Europe. Coming to last question, which Indian state or union territory has launched a drone-based afforestation project named as Hara Bhara? So recently the Telangana government has launched this drone-based project, and the state has partnered with Maruth Drones to launch the project. So under this initiative, the state government will plant 50 lakh trees across 12,000 hectares of land in forest in all the 33 districts of Telangana. So this is basically a afforestation project. So this drone has been named as Seed Copter, and it involves the preparation of seed balls by the local women and welfare communities, which are dispersed via the drones in the targeted areas. Now apart from it, few days back, a temple from Telangana has got the UNESCO's World Heritage status, and it is the Ramappa temple. Now apart from it, recently Ladakh Lieutenant Governor R.K. Mathur has inaugurated a 2-day Ladakh nomadic festival that aims to highlight the distinctive culture of Changthang region. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Minuzat Sana signing off.